Good morning, students. How are you? Today we are going to conclude our lesson, third chapter of geography, that names human development. And now we have left only a small part of it. Today we will discuss about population, environment, and development. But first we should know what is development. Development in general and human development in particular is a complex because for ages it was thought that development is a substantive concept, and once it is achieved it will address all the socio culture and environment evils of the society. Means we consider it the solution of all things. Though development has brought in significant improvement in the quality of life, with the development we have been able to improve the living standard. And in more than one way by but increasing it has increased regional disparities, social inequalities, discrimination, deprivations, displacement of people, and as well as there has somewhere habit has increased of violation or abuse of human rights. Because whenever development comes, it brings many evils along with it. So, considering the gravity and sensitivity of, we would like to say, like a human development program. In 1993, in UN Human Development Report was considered that there are some prejudices in this report. And participation of people and their security, that were the main objectives, main issues discussed in this report. And the minimum conditions of human development. Stress was given on democratization as well as on the empowerment of society. And this report accepted that peace and human development are very important for the development of society. It was felt that the developed countries should decrease their expenses on weapons, but they should spend their resources on the human development. But still, we see that they are not ready to do this. Reason? They want to make them strong and they want to develop themselves, they want to establish themselves as nuclear powers. And many environmentalists, they have expressed their worries. They think that a happy peaceful social life. And population and resources, there must be balance between the two. According to them, population and resources, the difference between these two has increased after 18th century, and during last 300 years, though we have succeeded in increasing the resources, but human population has increased more rapidly than the development of resources. And this development, it helped in limited manner. Due to increase in population, the demand of resources has increased unexpectedly. So, the main issue is how to balance between the population and the resources. And Sir Robert Malthus, he was the first scholar who expressed his concern over this. And in a manner, it seems reasonable and reliable. If we try to analyze this, then we will find that resources are not neutral. The availability of resources is not so important, but its distribution is important. If some countries or some society has a particular resource in abundance, but others do not have, if they divide these resources, it will establish peace. But if one society tries to keep it with themselves and they are not ready to share with others, obviously other will try to occupy that society. They will try to attack. Like these days, you see that the Gulf countries have rich resources of oil. And countries like America, they make plan how to occupy these area or how to bring them under their influence. And this is the main cause of conflict between the nations, either who are rich in resources, or on the other side, the countries who want to occupy these resources. And the rich countries, because they have money, so these resources are within their reach. But what about the poor people? Due to their poverty, they are deprived of these resources. And the powerful people try to occupy these resources and they want to establish their monopoly. And this is the main cause of conflict in the society. If we talk about Indian culture, then Indian culture and civilization, it has been very sensitive towards this issue. Even our scriptures, our holy books, they stressed on the equality not only human beings but in the society also. In your 10th class, you read a quotation by Mahatma Gandhi. There is sufficient for everyone's need, but there is nothing for anyone's greed. So it also encourage people to establish balance and equality. And Gandhiji was more worried about such incidents, and he wanted to establish morality, spirituality, self dependence, and non violence to make the society peaceful. And therefore, he was worried about the distribution of resources. In his views, less expenditure and trusteeship of the social money, non violence, this should be the key method to establish peace in the society. And many books like Limits to Growth and Small is Beautiful, written by Schumacher, and a report by Brundtland, Our Common Future, and even in the report of the Rio Conference, Agenda 21, which you studied earlier in 10th class, they have also mentioned the ideas of Mahatma Gandhi. So, in this way, if we succeed in establishing society, peace in the society, it will be very beneficial for the human development, and it will be successful in establishing a peaceful society. So this is the end of your chapter. Now you have to solve the exercise given in the end of your this chapter. Like, you have to define the human development. You have to compare human development in northern India and the southern India. Next, you can express your views or your concern on the decreasing gender equality. And next, you have to prepare a report on human development. So I hope you will be able to understand this chapter, and next time one more chapter we will take. Till then, goodbye, have a good day. Thank you.